Today I'll be showing you how to install this LED brake strobe controller for your 2024 Venom Motorsports E-vader. Alright, let's go to the bench. Let me show you the tools that you're going to need to install this little LED controller. Now before we go to the bench, so I can show you the tools that you're going to need to install this, let's go ahead and put the brakes on so you can see. Obviously you already know, but if you're new to the channel or don't have a Venom Motorsports E-vader, this is pretty much standard for all lights. Obviously you got your tail light here, and when you hit the brakes, they just turn on. That's pretty much it. But with this LED brake controller, it's actually going to pulsate the light to capture the attention of drivers that are behind you, to get their attention that you're going to slow down or come to a stop, instead of just having this, you know, because people obviously are very distracted, and when you hit the brakes, they may not even notice that you hit the brakes. All they see is just a tail light. But once we install the controller, it's going to capture their attention with that flashing light, so they see that you're slowing down. So let's go to the bench now, and let me show you the tools that you're going to need to get this little guy installed. Alright, so you're going to need some pliers or vice grips to help crimp the connectors, and we're going to be using bullet connectors this time, just because on the bike itself there is already bullet connectors. I'll be showing you a different way of connecting it instead of cutting and splicing and heat treat tubing and electrical tape or whatever. You're going to need both male bullet connectors and female bullet connectors. Alright, so let's go over to the bike and let's get this installed. Alright, so first we're going to need to do is remove our main seat, get our key, put it here on the side, and turn it to unlock it and lift up your seat, therefore exposing all the insides. Okay, next we're going to grab our little LED controller, which is here. Let me give you actually a close-up shot so you guys can see all the details that it actually shows on here. So we're going to be pulling the ends. They already kind of come pre-spliced. So we're just going to go ahead and pull those guys off, and then we're going to twist the ends of the cable. So I'll do this for all the sides. Do this real quick. So it pretty much look like that on that end, and then go ahead and pull those off and then twist it on this end. Alright, so everything's all good to go. Alright, so next we're going to find a spot to actually install this. So the spot I found was going to be right here in this pocket area. There's a little bit better positioning. So I'm going to pretty much put it right here underneath all the wires in this pocket area, which is going to be a perfect spot right there. Now you're going to notice on the controller there's going to be an in and an out. The out is going out towards the tail light. The in is the power coming in from the bike. So we're going to get to the cables for the tail light area. So you notice here's a cable coming in from your tail light. You're going to follow it, and you're going to notice it's going to come out right here. All right, so the wires that we need to disconnect in order to have this work, pretty much going to be 3 cables here. There's going to be a green, a solid green, a brown, and a green with a yellow stripe. The 2 cables that we need to remove is going to be the green with the yellow stripe. So go ahead and pull that out, and then we're going to be removing the whole solid green. That's going to be our negative. So we're going to pull that one out as well. All right, so now that we got those 2 out, and then here is those parts. Now we need to connect our controller. So the part that says out is going to go towards the tail light. The part that says in is going to come in from the bike. So let's see. So going out towards the LED, we're going to have to install, connect the 2 female bullet connectors on this end, so you can plug in from this side. And then on this side, we're going to plug in attach our 2 male connectors. So let's go over and let me go ahead and put those on. Then I'll show you how it looks like so we can install everything back on the bike. Alright, so I'm gonna zoom out so you guys can see. Alright, so here we are on the outside. We have our female ends, and the part that's in is the male ends. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and connect this onto the bike. Now the reason I wanted to do with the bullet connectors and kind of try to keep everything almost OEM is because if you happen to sell the bike and the new person doesn't want this, they could go ahead and disconnect everything and kind of put everything back to how it used to be. That's the whole reason of trying to do it this particular way. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and connect it. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our solid green, and that's gonna be the negative. It's gonna go ahead and put that into the negative cable, as you can see here. So slide that in as much as you can, and we're going to grab our positive cable, and it's going to go with the green with the yellow stripe. Go ahead and slide that in as far as you can. All right, so that's that. Next, we're going to go ahead and on the male end, we're going to connect to the bike. The one yellow, the green with the yellow stripe, that's our positive. Go ahead and slide that connector in. And then the black cable from the controller is going to go to the plug that's all solid green. Go ahead and slide that in. All right, that's pretty much in. Now, all you want to do is maybe grab some zip ties and kind of tidy up the area, and then put your little controller right over here. Okay, now that I've already tidied up all the wires, as you can see, a little bit better than what it was before. All right, now let's go over to the back part of the bike and let's see how everything turned out. All right, guys, and then we have all that set up. I'm gonna go ahead and put your seat back on the bike. All right, we'll go ahead and turn on the key. All right, okay, you can see our tail light is on. Now let's go ahead and put the brakes. Perfect. Now that's for sure going to get the attention of the drivers that are behind you, really all the distracted drivers when you're about to slow down and come to a stop. Now even if they're distracted and they didn't see that first flash, you could see that it continues to flash and then go to a solid red light. So they'll for sure see that. On this particular model, even though you don't have your taillight on, so let me go ahead and put the taillight. So obviously there's a taillight, right? But say you're not riding with your taillight on, turn it off. When you turn it off, the controller is still connected with the brake lights. When you do hit your brakes, you're still going to get that functionality of that flashing, strobing brake light. So I kind of wanted just to show you and throw it out there so you guys could see that even if you don't have the lights on, you still have the safety feature of that strobe controller. Alrighty guys, so that pretty much concludes the video. If you did, smash that like button. If you disliked the video, hit the dislike button. Let me know in the comments down below what you disliked about this video to help me improve for future ones. If you guys have any questions, leave them also down below. I'm just gonna keep on playing with the tail light here so you guys can see it as I'm talking. And yeah, so if you guys please smash that subscribe, hit the notification bell, that way you guys are up to date with my latest installations and applications. If you know anyone else that has a Venom E-vader or even a Honda Grom, this also would work for a Honda Grom, or any bike for that matter, it doesn't really particularly have to be this particular bike, please share my videos as well. And if you do happen to know another person with a Venom Motorsports E-vader, please share my video. That'd be greatly appreciated because they may not know about this particular option for the tail light or brake light for that matter. All right, that pretty much is it, guys. We'll catch you guys on the next video that I have coming up for the Venom Motorsports E-vader. Take care, guys.